My name is Gus. They call me Good Boy. I like that. It means scratches behind my ears and belly rubs. My people are Sarah, Mark, and little Lily. We live in a big house on the edge of Blackwood Forest. Mom says it's rustic. Dad calls it an investment opportunity. I mostly just call it home. Until recently. It started subtly. A chill I couldn't shake, even curled up by the fireplace. A scent old, like damp earth, and something metallic. Not like blood, not exactly. More like rust eating away at everything. I'd whine, nudge Sarah's hand with my nose, but she'd just say, "Oh, Gus, you're being silly." Silly? My tail stopped wagging for the first time in my life. The first thing I saw was a flicker. In the periphery, while Lily was building a tower of blocks in the living room, a shadow, tall and impossibly thin, darting across the hallway. I barked a sharp, frantic yap, but when I turned my head, it was gone. Mark scoffed from behind his laptop. "Gus, stop barking at shadows. You're scaring Lily." He didn't even look up. That's Mark. Always busy. Always. Lily, bless her heart, just giggled and said, "Doggy barked at a boo." Things escalated quickly. The noises started. Scratching behind the walls. Whispers that weren't whispers, more like thoughts leaking into my ears. I'd press myself against Sarah's legs, trembling, but she just attributed it to thunderstorms. There hadn't been a storm in weeks. One evening, while Sarah was making dinner and Mark was on another work call, his voice tinny and distant, I saw her, in the reflection of the oven door. A woman, pale as bone, with eyes like black pits. She wasn't there, not really, just superimposed over Sarah's image. I lunged at the oven, barking until my throat was raw. Sarah spun around, spatula flying. "Gus, what in the world?" She looked genuinely frightened for the first time I could remember. "Did you see something?" she asked, her voice shaky. "No," Mark interjected from his call, still glued to his laptop. "Just Gus being dramatic." He glared at me. Quiet down. The woman in the reflection was gone, but I knew she'd been there. They were always there, just on the edge of sight, pressing against reality. Then came the accidents. Small at first. Lily's favorite teddy bear disappearing from her bed. Mark's keys vanishing, only to reappear in plain sight later. Sarah tripping on an unseen obstacle and spraining her ankle. I felt it, a pressure, a shift in the air before each incident. One afternoon, Lily was playing hide and seek with me. "Gus, you find me." She squealed, giggling. She ran behind the old oak tree at the edge of the yard, the one that always felt wrong. I padded after her, sniffing excitedly, but when I rounded the tree, Lily wasn't there. Just a single crimson ribbon lying on the grass where she'd been standing. I howled. A long, mournful sound ripped from my chest. Sarah and Mark rushed outside, their faces etched with concern. "Lily, where are you?" Sarah screamed, her voice cracking. Mark started shouting Lily's name, pacing frantically. I circled the tree, sniffing desperately, but all I could smell was that metallic rust scent, stronger now, choking me. Then I heard it. A faint giggle coming from inside the tree. Not Lily's giggle. Something colder, hollower. She's playing, Mark said, trying to reassure himself more than Sarah. She's just hiding really well. He started pushing against the trunk of the oak. It groaned under his weight. Suddenly, a section of bark peeled away, revealing not wood, but blackness, a swirling vortex of shadow, and Lily's voice, distorted, echoing, wrong, drifted out. "Come play with us, Daddy." Mark froze, his face draining of color. He took one step forward and vanished into the darkness. Sarah screamed again, a raw, animalistic sound. I lunged at the tree, barking furiously, trying to pull him back. But it was no use. He was gone. Sarah collapsed on the ground, sobbing uncontrollably. I nudged her hand with my nose, trying to comfort her, but she just pushed me away. "It took them," she whimpered. "It took my babies." She started walking towards the forest. I knew what she was going to do. She was being pulled. I could feel it. That same pressure, that shift in the air, stronger than ever. I tried to stop her, barking and nipping at her heels. But she just kept walking, her eyes blank, her movements mechanical. As she stepped into the shadows beneath the trees, a chorus of whispers surrounded her, a symphony of cold indifference. She turned back once, a flicker of recognition in her eyes, and said, "Good boy, Gus, be a good boy," then disappeared completely. Now I'm alone, in this big, empty house. The scratching behind the walls is constant now. The whispers are deafening, and they are everywhere, flickering in the corners of my eyes, lurking just beyond the edge of perception. I sit by the window, watching Blackwood Forest, waiting. I don't know what they want, but I have a feeling it's not good. Sometimes I hear Lily's voice, a distorted echo in the wind. "Good boy, Gus. Come play with us." I curl up tighter on the floor and whimper, because even a good boy knows when to be afraid. And right now, I'm terrified beyond words. The metallic smell is overwhelming now. It's inside me.